today we're going to make the iWood 6 Plus. Just out of some framing timber, we're going to make a passive phone amplifier that surprisingly really works. This project is super simple to make. I'm going to use the X-Carve to carve it out because I got one and it's awesome. But you can do it with hand tools, it's not too hard at all. All it is, just a couple of pieces of framing timber about 8 inches long, 200 millimeters long. We're just going to glue them together, and then I'll just sort of mill them up with a hand plane, just get them smooth on all the faces, stick it in the X-Carve, and then we'll just carve it out.
We're going to design this in easel.com, which is a very easy way to do it. So what I've done is create a circle, I'm going to change the cut to on path, then I'll just go to the shape tab and we're going to give it a diameter of 70 millimeters. Then we can go to the cut path and we can change our cut to 4 millimeters, and we can just type these dimensions straight in, or we can use the little slider up and down. Then I'm going to copy and paste this circle. So each time I copy and paste it, I'm going to make it 2 millimeters deeper and then reduce the diameter by 3 millimeters, and we'll do this 19 times. After we've done this, I'll highlight all of the pieces just by dragging across it. Then we can press the vertical and horizontal align button, and then voila, it'll just pull them all together and that will form your cone. Very easy to do in easel. I also designed these little hold downs in easel, which you can download for free. They use these little wedges, and once you tap these wedges in, this will hold your workpiece very firmly. Then it's just a matter of pressing carve in easel and letting it rip.
So after the X-Carve's finished carving it out, I've just given it a little bit of sand, and all it's given me is this little cone shape here. It is a little bit ridged, which doesn't seem to affect the sound. It still seems to work quite well. And then a little slot that will just sit your phone in. Another thing I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get my trusty little hand plane and just take the edges off it. If you haven't got one of these little block planes, they are super handy. For the finish, I'm just going to use Danish oil. If you haven't used Danish oil before, it's a nice finish. Basically a mixture of varnish and tung oil, and you can just pop it on with a rag. It gives you a nice thin, close to the wood sort of finish, and it looks quite attractive. Just get a rag. Just make the grain from my exotic framing timber pop out a little bit more. When you're doing end grain, you want to give it a good thick coat. The end grain will suck up a lot more. Well, here you go, here's the finished product. This is just a simple little thing you can knock out on no time at all in a CNC. It's a nice little beginner's project, just to have a play around with it, see how the machine works. I tried a couple of different designs. You've probably seen the ones where you put the thing in the top and it has like a little curve which sort of injects the sound in there. I tried a few of those and it gave me a bit of a muffled sound, and I didn't quite like it, but where this one just has the speaker going straight into the cone, and it seemed to give the best results, and it's also the easiest design to make as well. So I'll give you a demonstration of that in a couple of seconds. If you haven't tried Easel, which is Inventables software that runs their CNC machines, it's free to use. So if you're thinking about buying one of these machines, I encourage you just to go and have a look, check it out, have a play around with it. If you go to my website, you'll see that I've got links to the Inventables Easel software, and you can just open up my project straight in Easel, press carve, and off you go. And people are adding projects every day. So let's test this little sucker out. Hopefully the microphone should pick it up well enough. You can hear you get a boost in volume. It also is a little bit bassier, and it also seems to fill the room a little bit better. I don't know, it scatters the sound around or something. I don't know. I'm not a sound engineer. I'm a simple woodworker. Very simple folk. We like rum. It's simple. If this is the first time to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. We've got regular woodworking videos coming out. Click on the links in the description, click on the cards, click around me, and that will take you to more great stuff.